I'm alive. Yeah. So, I know it's been 7 months since I've uploaded a YouTube video. And, I don't know. Life's going okay. I think this is the longest time I haven't posted a video in a row. Probably since I made my channel, like, 5 years ago. Like, I think it's been like 5 years since I first uploaded my first GD video, Acropolis, my first Insane Demon. April of 2019. Wow, yeah, that's 5 years ago. It's 2:45 in the morning. May 1st. It's a Wednesday, 2024. I'm 19 years old now. Sophomore year of college. Gotta be a junior in a couple weeks. Which is terrifying. I feel like I spend a lot of my time just like when I'm not like on my screens or doing anything productive, just like trying to figure out how to learn from like my past experiences, try and relate them to my current experiences, you know, just like be like, oh, so this thing I did 2.5 years ago, this mistake I made, I should probably not do again, and I should probably tell somebody else that's going through that similar experience, oh, don't do this thing, you know. I guess we got some current events going on, so yeah, like I said, I have finals like next week. Terrified because this is like my first actual somewhat difficult semester in a while. Next semester is going to be hell, literally hell. I have an internship starting hopefully in a few weeks, depending on if they call me back. Just kidding, they'll call me back, I hope. Also, I'm working on a secret Extreme Demon level Geometry Dash. Should be my second hardest. You don't know what it is though. You don't know what it is. But I have 79 on it right now. I got it about a couple hours ago. I also have 30 to 100. Like, I got this in the bag. I did that in 5 days, bro. And best believe it, this summer I want to do a new hardest. Like a crazy new hardest. Right now I'm thinking maybe like Berserk by Xylonox. That sounds like a fun level. Or, I don't know, like Black Blizzard or something. I don't know. I just want to do something crazy. Just to like, I don't know, just to show myself that, Bloodbath's not the craziest thing I can do, you know? Like, I understand it took me 40,000 attempts to beat. But shit, if I can do Moment, or... Moment? Fuck. No, I had Progress like a long time ago, that's another thing. But, I beat Innards a long time ago, in like 9,000 attempts, and people are like, oh, Bloodbath Innards, this one's harder. Innards is free, bro. So, I guess, another thing that's happened in the last 7 months is, I'm a Christian now, right? Despite daddy behind me, you know. Yeah, I converted my life to Jesus, you know. Reading the Bible relatively often. Going to a small group, going to church, volunteering at the church, all that stuff. It's been good. It's been really good, actually. It's been freeing, but also somewhat anxiety-inducing, like putting all your worries into another being's place. It's terrifying sometimes, Another thing that happened since then. So this was back in September to November, right? I probably even made a video around that time too. I wouldn't be surprised. So I had this girlfriend back then. I'm gonna be honest. I waited a while in this video because I feel like she was probably snooping on the channel. Trying to, wait for me to, like, publish this. I'm terrified to get a text from her being like, hey, I heard you texting me. Or I heard you talking about me. And I didn't like what you had. I don't want to deal with that, I don't want to deal with a text from her being like, I don't like her talking about me. That's why I waited 5 minutes in the video. She's not gonna wait that long. She's too fucking stupid to wait that long. Basically, long story short, lesson learned. Do not be in a relationship with the person if the only thing you find good about her is sex. That's the only thing. It's not worth it. Not worth it. Can't believe it took me this long to learn that lesson, but I was desperate and lonely, and I didn't really know how to cope with that. And this girl was like, hey, I really like you. I'm like, okay. At the moment, I'm talking to a girl, and I'm gonna be honest, she has, like, probably the best personality I've ever seen in a girl in my entire life, so I'm, like, really scared to tell her I really like her like that, but next time I see her, I'm gonna get her some flowers. Sunflowers, not roses. Roses are cringe, boys. Roses are cringe. I'm gonna get her some sunflowers, and hopefully she likes them. Hopefully I don't end up like that one friend zone video. That shit made me so mad. If you're curious, there's a 30-minute video on my channel about how I got friend zoned around this time last year. Me so upset. Long story short about that, don't be a pussy. Tell her you like her sooner than later. But not too soon. That's bad. But yeah, talking to this girl right now, she's decent looking, but oh my gosh, her personality, she's so cool, bro. She's funny, she's smart, she has something behind her eyes, bro. Like, a girl that can, like, contemplate the existence of, like, that's stupid, but, like, a girl that just, like, has a big enough of a brain to be, like, self-conscious. You don't see that very often. Another thing that happened about a month and a half ago ish, I got my car stolen, and like, I found it, thank God, like 4 days later, but only a few days ago I got it back from the shop, and it's still not looking too great, but it is what it is. That was the first time where I was like, oh my gosh, this is a tragedy. I'm gonna, like, rely on the Lord for this one. Terrifying. But it is what it is. Honestly, like, since then, I've had, like, horrible anxiety. I'm not even sure why at this point. It's just like, oh my gosh, everything's freaking me out all the time. Hopefully, by the time I settle into this internship this summer, I'm like, okay, it's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be fine. I just, like, settled, like, a schedule for the summer. Hopefully everything's gonna be fine. Like, I'm gonna be honest, at the moment, I've been staying up way too late, as you can tell right now. It's 3 in the morning. I probably shouldn't be awake at the moment. I mean, I do have a quiz in my Mechanics of Solids class in about 9 hours. That's not good. I'll be fine. It's just terrifying. But I'm grateful for a lot, despite how much I complain sometimes. I'm grateful for... Dude, I have a ton of friends. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I have so many friends at the moment. I'm so grateful for so many of them, bro. Like, I feel like I have enough friends to where... Like, especially with the car thing, I only had to pay for, like, 2 Ubers the entire time, which is insane. Because I didn't have a car for a month. And I had to just rely on people to drive me everywhere, and that was almost daily. So just, like, being able to rely on your friends and just having them come through is awesome. Very, very grateful for so many of my friends, my family. Even though I'm not, I haven't seen my family in a couple months, but it is what it is. I don't know, life's going okay, I guess. You know, sometimes I have mental breakdowns, like I always have. You know, I made that video, you know, how to climb out of hell, or whatever. I mean, I guess you could say I did, but obviously there's still room for improvement. You know, my muscles could be slightly bigger. I could make more money. I don't even have a job right now, to be honest. Like, I'm getting a job in like 3 weeks. I'm tired. Oh yeah, I deleted social media since then. Like, I don't use Instagram, Snapchat, you know, any of that at the moment. I check Instagram maybe like once a month just to like see if anybody sent me anything, see if anything on there is cool. I don't know. But for the most part, I just rely on the Messages app. It works fine. Just thinking about like what was my life like 3 years ago, because my little brother, he's a junior in high school, and when I was in his shoes 3 years ago as a junior in high school, I was head over heels in love, playing GD constantly, you know. Like, if I go over and look at my channel, right, mute it so it doesn't, you know, mess up anything. Like, I was so addicted to GD back then, it was kind of funny. Yeah, just like 3 years ago, I was just being like random Insane Demons on my iPad that I just really freaking hard for no reason. Like, three years ago, last week, I beat Infinite Circles V2. I'd say that's probably my proudest accomplishment. Like, in the game. And I was like steamrolling random Insane Demons. I don't know if I was happy back then, though, you know? I was comfortable. I was very, very comfortable. Very, very, very comfortable. Was I happy? I thought I was. I didn't really know what happiness was then. I mean, I thought I knew what it was. But looking at pictures of myself, like, I wasn't even conscious yet, you know? Just thinking, like, oh my gosh, my entire happiness depends on this girl. Like, I think that's so inappropriate. Like, you should be the one relying on your own happiness to stay sane, you know? Just, like, if you can be the one to just get yourself to do stuff and get stuff done and do the hard shit, and be fine. If you could be the one, you know, just like spending that personal time with you and God, having those hard conversations with your friends, contemplating the universe and society and your place in it and all that stuff. Like, once you know where you are, you can, you know, try to be the best person you can. Like, then I was just, there's a difference between being happy and being content. You know, like, I was just like, for whatever reason, I had this idea that, oh my gosh, I need a girlfriend to be happy. And I think I thought that starting at age probably like 11 or 12. I don't know how I convinced myself of that. I was just like, yeah, I need this girl for my happiness. And I was like, that seems reasonable for some reason. I don't know why I thought that. I can understand a little bit of why I thought that, but it took me this one girl to be like, oh my gosh, I can't just have the girlfriend, you know, I have to work on myself so I can deserve this girlfriend. That just makes more sense, you know, like, go to the gym, and get good grades and talk to people, make new friends, do fun experiences, get out of your comfort zone, be busier, be healthier, all these things, and just, you know, I mean, that's one of the reasons I have a good amount of anxiety right now, is because I'm scared that this girl's not gonna like me. You know what I mean? Just, like, regardless, like, I still kind of just want to, like, be her friend, even if she doesn't like me. I'm in that state that's just like, you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm not gonna be too thrilled about it, because it's not the best case scenario, but, it's fine. Like, she's one of the few girls I could just, like, talk. Like, earlier today, literally, well, earlier today, more like yesterday, you know what I mean? I went to her campus for the first time. She left a hair clip at my house, and she wanted it back. And we just, like, chilled by the lake at our campus for like 30 minutes and just, like, chatted about life, and just, like, it was cute. I want a girl that I can just, like, have her rant to me rant to her, and I should just be, like, content with that. I feel like it's not, I just, like, I have a lot of other things in my life in order now, ever since that first girlfriend, not the one from last year, but the one from 3 years ago. I feel like I have a lot of stuff in order more. Obviously, I'm not perfect. Like, I'm not, oh my gosh, I'm tired, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not the one in charge of my, my own income and stuff. But, I make myself go to the gym. I make myself study. I make myself try and get to good grades. I make myself go to class. I go to sleep. I'm the one who's in charge of my life. And back then, I completely wasn't in charge of my life. I was just like, oh, go here? Okay. Go here? Whatever. Do this thing? Fine. Like, I didn't have the freedom that I have these days. Like, these days I have so much more freedom. It's weird. But once you have freedom, like, I've been in college for, 2 years now? Like, once you have this freedom for a long enough period of time, you can't just, like, sit down and do nothing. Like, that's fun for, like, an hour or 4. But not for 2 years. If I just freaking sat in my room for 2 years and just smoked weed, that would suck. I wouldn't get anything done. I wouldn't be proud of myself. I'd be depressed. I wouldn't make any friends. I don't, like, that just sounds terrible. Like, there's a balance you have to make between, personal pleasure and, working hard, because working hard at the end of the day is what's going to make you happy. Obviously, to an extent. Because you have to work hard for the things you love. There's a song called NF, or there's a song by NF called If You Want Love. Basically, the main lyric is, if you want love, you're gonna have to go through the pain. If you want love, you're gonna have to learn how to change. If you want trust, you're gonna have to give some away. If you want love, right? I've been getting a lot more into NF. I really enjoy his music. But I'm just trying to understand the world, man. It's hard. Also just trying to, like, do good in school, have fun with my friends, have fun with myself. Not like that, but you know what I mean. Just have my shit in order, It's hard sometimes. There's a lot of things you gotta balance. Sometimes it's like, oh, I'm doing la 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 la, oh crap, I gotta do laundry. La 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 la, oh crap, I gotta go to the store, I ran out of water. Like, la 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 la, oh my gosh, my bathroom is so dirty and disgusting, this is sad. Frick, I forgot to take a shower. Like, there's, like, all sorts of things. Like, obviously some things I had to do since I was a little kid, but little kid me didn't think, la 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 la, oh my gosh, I have a final exam in a week. I should probably start studying now. Me, when I was little, I was like, I'll be fine. I'll study like the night before. I'll be fine. It just doesn't work anymore. Like, I'm taking this class called Dynamics. It's the hardest class I've ever taken in any school, right? And it's basically about the study of how shit moves. It's like Physics 1 if you just give it a tiny, tiny little bit of cocaine, right? And that third exam, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna dedicate my entire week to this. I'm gonna give it my entire everything, I probably put in a good full-time hour work week, like 35, 40 hours into that stupid exam. Lo and behold, I'm the only one that got a 100. That's just how it works sometimes. If you know your stuff, if you do enough practice problems, if you know the material, back, front, left, right, up, down, you're gonna get your grade. You're gonna get what you deserve. If you want love, you're gonna have to go through that pain. I don't care if it's a 30-minute exam with 3 problems. I put 35, 40 hours into that. You know why? Because I love myself enough to put myself through that torture. Or just, granted, that class is not torture, but it's hard work. It's not easy. It's not fun sometimes. Sometimes it's fun, when you're doing it with friends, but sometimes it's not. And that's okay. Life doesn't always have to be about fun stuff. If life were all about fun stuff, it'd be like, what even is fun? Like if everything you're doing is fun, what even is fun? You don't deserve this fun. Maybe there's just fun that you're craving that's more than the regular fun that you can't always have, but it is what it is. It's one of the reasons I decided to delete social media. It's like, granted, I've still addicted to YouTube, but it's somewhat progress. I don't know, man. This whole college thing is, it's interesting. Some people are like, oh my gosh, they're gonna brainwash you here. Dude, if you're spending your entire day in the basement of an engineering building trying to pass exams, you're not gonna get brainwashed. No, I'll tell you that. I had different video ideas before this, except for just like ranting. Like I had all sorts of video ideas since the last video. I just never really got around to it. One that I did do, actually, that I completely forgot about until I started looking is, I made a thank you video to my ex from like 3 years ago. And I hadn't contacted her since high school. I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to say a video just thanking her for everything. Because I think if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have grown to the person I am today. That just makes sense. So I sent her like a 5-minute unlisted video. Took her like 5 minutes to view it, or 5 days to, open the message. She didn't respond, and that's okay. That message, that meant to me just like, no contact forever, and that's okay. I'm content with that. I also had an idea of making like a freshman year retrospective. But that just seems like a lot. I also had this idea of making like a video about like certain lessons I learned in like 2023. And now it's May of 2024, and I'm like, yeah, that's a little too late for that now. I had it all structured. I just got really lazy, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I learned all sorts of cool lessons last year. I think so far, despite all the shit I went through last year. I think last year was still my favorite year so far, and hopefully this year tops it. And I think the thing that makes it a good year for me is just, did I work hard? Did I make good friends? Did I have good conversations? Did I learn things? Did I, it's just like, at the end of the day, good is just a feeling you get by doing difficult things despite how much you want to deny it. I really wish 15, 16, 17-year-old me understood that. Or I don't know, if I was in COVID, maybe I had like a business idea. I'd really want to work hard on it or something. I don't know. But now I'm sitting here. I'm almost 20. I'm gonna turn 20 in a month and a half, which is terrifying. And I don't have my shit together yet because I obviously haven't worked hard enough for that yet. But that's how life is. Life just moves slow. I think right now, if I wanted to be a little happier, at the moment, I think it had to do with a girl. Like, I'm kind of going back into that mindset because there's like this glass ceiling above me that's like, oh, to reach the next level of like sex, not sex, self-actualization, to get up that Maslow's hierarchy of needs, I need to like climb it with getting that girlfriend. It sounds counterintuitive, or not counterintuitive, just like it sounds like I'm being a hypocrite for saying that, because earlier I was like, oh my gosh, you don't need that for your happiness. And I don't think I do. It's just something to add on to my happiness, Something to be like, hey, I really like this person. I like spending time with them. This is just one thing that makes my life better than it was before. I already have like everything I want to tell them, I could tell to a guy friend. All the happiness I can get from them, I could get from other things, but it's just that romance feeling that's so really crave, you know what I mean? Like, I'm 19, I kind of really want that. It's just like something someone my age would want, I guess. Makes sense. Alright, I think I'm done with the video. My next video is going to be the new GD Secret project. You'll see. Bye-bye.